Welcome to episode 159, How to See Yourself as Stylish. No matter what your age, your body type, or your budget, you too can have great style. Yet seeing yourself as stylish may not come easily. In this episode, I'm going to share how you can not only step out with great style, but how you can start to see yourself as the stylish woman you already are. But first, is your style in need of a jumpstart? Then I have just the thing for you. Find Your Signature Style is my flagship course, and it is a culmination of everything I have been teaching my clients for 14 years. This course gives you exactly what you need to build the foundation for your style, to build your wardrobe, to learn how to love shopping, and to fall in love with your style. Whether you feel like you don't have a style, you've lost your style, or your style just needs a little bit of a jump start, this is exactly the course for you. Designed to give you all the elements you need in 3 simple steps. We make finding your style as easy as 1, 2, 3. Click the link in the show notes or go to findyoursignaturesstyle.com and get ready to rock your style today. Welcome to Style by Mary Michelle, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michelle Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of Style Finder Boutique, and creator of the Style Finder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello, beautiful, and welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. My weekend has been fantastic and very low key, but we had a great weekend. So I'm super excited with so much going on this month. February is usually kind of a quiet month. It's kind of a transition month, but it is actually, I look at February as pre-spring. This is pre-spring for me, and not only in fashion, but also with the seasons. Like some days I got up this morning and as I was drinking my tea and journaling, I could hear the birds singing. And that to me signals, okay, spring is coming. Now I know that the groundhog saw his shadow and we're supposed to have 6 more weeks of winter. However, I am still hopeful that spring is on the way and I am really looking forward to it. Actually, right now the sun is shining and it is a beautiful day. We've had some really cold days recently, but I know it's not like anything that some of you are experiencing. So wherever you are in the world, I'm sure you're wondering, what the heck do you even wear in February, right? So I know something that a lot of other people are struggling with is seeing themselves as stylish. I've heard so many women say, well, I just don't have style. And over the years, I've been a style coach this is going into my 15th year. And so many women have told me, I just don't have style. And the truth is that you do have style. Everybody has style. And everybody can dress well in a way that's authentic to who they are. And so if you've been telling yourself for years that you just don't have style, or your family thinks you don't have style, or your friends think you don't have style, you already possess your style. You just don't know it yet. And it takes some work to uncover it, but it's already there. Your style is not something that you put on. It's not something that you create necessarily, but it is something that you cultivate. I like to say you evoke your style, you cultivate your style, because it does already exist. And I think the way I talk about style is different from a lot of style experts, because my belief is that you know in your heart of hearts what's right for you. You already have it inside. And it's when you can work with a style coach to coax it out of you, to really bring it to the forefront. That's where the magic happens. I have seen over and over, as I've worked with my clients privately, one-on-one, these massive ahas where they're like, oh my gosh, like it's okay to be who I am. It's okay to bring something out that I thought for years I couldn't do. And I found that a lot of women have actually repressed their style because they thought that it wasn't okay. It wasn't okay to stand out, or it wasn't okay to wear what they really wanted to wear. And a lot of women don't feel safe. They don't feel supported. They don't feel that they're going to be accepted if they express themselves. And the truth is that that could not be further from the truth. The truth is that we want to see your authentic style. Your style, I like to say, what we wear tells the world who we are. And when you show up in a way that's authentic to you, then it communicates messages far louder than words. Now, you might be saying, well, I just like to pull on my jeans and a t-shirt. That's okay, because ladies, guess what? I'm actually wearing jeans and a t-shirt as we speak. However, I took it up a few notches. I've got on a chic jacket. I've got on this fabulous new statement necklace. I'm going to be posting some pictures. I got this, and my husband was like, wow, that's cool. So it's one of those things that, you put on, you're like, yeah, it just feels rock and roll, rock star. It's my rock star. I am, I talk a lot about personal scale. I've got a whole podcast about personal scale. And when I talk about being a rock star, that's what I'm referring to, my personal scale, because that means that I'm large in my stature and I need pieces that are large. And that's a great example of where I used to make myself wrong, because for years I felt like, well, I can't wear big pieces because they're going to look crazy. They're going to stand out. Nobody's going to like it. But what I found out is that not only do I need to create balance with my stature. And so if you've been telling yourself stories, I can't have style, I can't wear certain things, I want you to rethink that. And instead of saying you can't, ask yourself, how can I? Now, I will also invite you, I am opening up some private sessions to work with me. Whether you want to elevate your style, whether you want to step into your personal brand, whether you want to be your brand. I've worked with so many entrepreneurs or executives over the years to help them refine their professional image. And if that is you and you want to take your style game to the next level, reach out. Let's have a conversation. I would love for you to schedule a Get Acquainted call so that I can learn more about your needs and we can discuss some options. I'm here to be your guide to style. And there's never any right or wrong. I don't want you ever to think you're too old for style. We've covered that on a podcast already. I don't ever want you to think that you don't have style, you don't get to have style, because whatever you do in your life, you do get to have style, and you do already have it. So let's just establish that from the get-go. But no matter what your age, your body type, your budget, it doesn't really matter who you are, where you are in the world. You can have great style. Now, I know some of you might be saying, well, I have to wear a uniform or I have to wear certain things to work. That doesn't mean that in your personal time, in your personal life, you can't wear things that really evoke your style. And even what you do underneath your clothes, that's your business. And that is a great place to express your style. So that is possible as well. But I've got 5 steps to seeing yourself as stylish. And I want you really to think about these and how you can really bring these into your life and make 2023 your best year yet, because you deserve it. It's your time. But the first thing you need to do to see yourself as stylish is, it sounds super simple, but I guarantee you it's not easy. You need to decide to see yourself as stylish. You must simply decide that you are a stylish woman, and then be a stylish woman. Our words have power. And if you're continually telling yourself that you don't have style, then you become a woman who doesn't have style. You're living up to the self-image you have of yourself. Our actions support our thoughts. And so if you're going around saying, well, I don't have style, I guess I just can't look good, I'm just going to throw on my frumpy jeans and a t-shirt. Well, you get more of the same. Nothing ever changes. So, nothing ever changes. And so when you decide to become a woman who has style, then guess what? Once you decide to become that woman, you start doing things to support that thought. You start shopping in a way that supports that thought. You start getting dressed in a way that supports that thought. You start showing up in a way that supports that thought. and you become a stylish woman. It's that simple. But like I said, it sounds simple, but it's not necessarily easy. But I think every change starts with a decision. And decide. The word decision means to cut off. It means cutting off what you used to do or think or say and stepping into who you are, how you want to see yourself. And so once you decide, I am a stylish woman, I encourage you to write some notes to yourself or to start saying things to yourself in the mirror. This is what really shifted for me, was what I said to myself. Words have power. Words have a lot of power. Whether you speak them out loud or simply think them, your words inform your choices. And when you can choose a different thought or choose different words, you make different choices. And when you're saying something positive to yourself, you go, girl, you look great today. I love your style. When you're saying that to yourself, how good does that feel? Hey, you really worked hard to put that outfit together. You look great. High five yourself in the mirror. Give yourself the approval you want and desire. And then when you go out in the world and somebody says, hey, girl, you look great today, you're like, yeah, thank you. Thank you. But it starts with a decision. It starts with the decision that you're going to see yourself as a stylish woman. Step number 2, stop comparing. This is where, okay, you've decided I'm going to be a stylish woman. And then you might start looking around. Well, who am I going to be like? Am I going to be like my sister, my best friend, the girl down the street, that girl on Instagram I follow? No. The fastest way to feel bad about yourself is to compare yourself to someone else, because you will never live up. They have their style. You have yours. So I want you to stop comparing and never, ever do it again, okay? Time for some tough love. Now, I want to tell you a story about my client, Gail. Gail came in to work with me. She worked with an office. She came in almost in tears. And she just told me, she's like, everybody in my office has great style except me. And I said, Gail, first of all, you've already got style. We're just going to coax it out of you. We're going to find your style. And we sat down and we started going through, we did her color analysis. We looked at her body type. We talked about what she wanted to wear, what was important to her, and started putting things together in a way that really were evocative of what she wanted to create. And I could see her just start to relax into this. It was like, oh, wow, I love this. And I remember she came out of the fitting room wearing this simple top and a very simple cardigan, one of our best-selling cardigans, actually, at Style Finder. And I discovered one thing that was really important to Gail was comfort. But Gail was telling herself a story that I can't be comfortable at the office. And so what was happening was she was wearing things that she didn't really like or want to wear, but she was wearing what she thought she should wear. And because she was picking things out, not from, wow, what do I love, but from, well, this will do, then she never felt great in her style. And so once I realized that and I shared that with her, she breathed a sigh of relief, but she was like, well, what do I even wear? And so as I showed her several pieces that were in her best colors, that fit her body type, that really suited her style, it was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was possible, because she had been telling herself a lie, basically, that she couldn't be comfortable. She came out of the fitting room in this one outfit and she said, oh my gosh, I feel like I could just go to exercise class in this almost, because she felt so comfortable. But it was also polished, put together, authoritative. She said, I feel more professional in this. And then we added some jewelry and that elevated it even further. But she had no idea that style was even a possibility for her. She thought clothes were just clothes. And I said, no, clothes are tools. I want you to think about your clothes and your style as a tool. I've got a whole podcast about how your style can be used as a tool. And when you understand what is right for you, That's where you can put it all together in a way that makes you feel more like yourself. It makes you feel more confident, more comfortable. Yes, you can be comfortable at the office, and I will show you how. And when she knew all these things, her signature colors, her signature silhouettes, what her style was, and saw some options of how it could be put together in a way that was appropriate for the office, she was like, why didn't I know this sooner? She was laughing as she walked out the door. She was like, I just feel so good. It was almost as if she needed permission to wear what felt good. Now, you don't need permission to do anything, but I think working with the style coach and being able to see, well, that is acceptable, that is appropriate. That's why I say I'm here to guide you, because there can be so many unspoken rules or thoughts or things to think about. And there are some nuances to a lot of different things, and it can be very confusing. I think one of the reasons it's so confusing is because women have way too many choices. And so when Gail realized that she could cultivate her own sense of style in a way that was right for her, that she did not have to look like all the other fashionistas that she worked with, then she felt great. I think what she really felt great about was being able to show up as the best version of her. She wasn't trying to be anything, or she wasn't watering down who she was. She was just being herself. And that was the best feeling of all. And so, of course, she felt more confident when she realized, hey, I don't have to be dressed to the nines like these other ladies. I'm dressed to the nines in my own way. I'm wearing pieces that resonate with me and that make me feel more like myself. And that is what gave her power, gave her her confidence back, gave her the sense that, yes, she could be a stylish woman. And that changed everything for her. I got a note from her a couple months later. She's like, oh my God, you would not believe the compliments I'm getting. I feel more confident. My marriage is better. We're going out more. We're having dinner parties. We're inviting people over because I love how I look. I love how I feel in my clothes. And that is priceless. Truly, truly priceless. Number 3, reframe. You do have style. We all have a style. Yet you might be thinking, well, I'm just wearing these frumpy clothes. I don't feel great in my style. But if you look down and you don't love the clothes that you have on or where you are in your style journey, you might just be in a rut. And that's perfectly fine. Now, I've talked about the cycle of style, and falling into a rut is what? It's an invitation. Falling into a rut is an invitation to reinvent your style. Your style, as it was not working. Something wasn't working because you let it go. Maybe it was too hard to maintain. It just wasn't right for the next chapter. And it's time for you to figure out, okay, what's now? What's right for me right now? So when you can reframe, instead of saying, well, I don't have style, just tell yourself, right now, I'm just in the downward cycle. Right now, my style is inviting me to reinvent it. My style gets to be shifted. I get to shift my style, and I get to step into my style because I don't know what's coming, but something is coming and I need to be dressed for it. And so when you can reframe your style so that it does match up as the stylish woman that you're stepping into, then all is not lost. You get to reboot your style in a way that's right for you right now. So quit telling yourself you don't have style and start seeing that, hey, I might just be in a style rut. And it's an invitation to reinvent. All right, step number 4, be realistic. If your definition of stylish means looking like you just stepped out of New York Fashion Week, yet you live in the suburbs and work from home in your yoga pants, then there's a disconnect. Great style, like women, comes in all shapes and sizes. And there is no one size, no one definition that fits everybody. And so that's great news. I want you to be realistic for what's right for you right now. This is where you can find a style that works for you, your body, your coloring, your lifestyle, your personality. What works for you? You might love stiletto heels, but if you work from home, chances are you're not going to be wearing them day in and day out. Now, if sitting at your desk wearing stilettos, if that makes you feel powerful, then you might want to. However, personally, when I work from home, I usually don't even wear shoes. So I don't know. That's just me. If I'm standing up, I do. But giving a presentation, if I'm giving a presentation, I'll put my shoes on because that makes me feel powerful. But if I'm just sitting here doing a podcast or something, I like to be barefoot. I just do. It just makes me feel more comfortable. But so be realistic. Don't compare. Don't feel like, well, being stylish means X, Y, or Z. Because if X, Y, or Z doesn't work for you right now, then you're always going to see yourself as less than. And you're definitely not less than. Find your version of stylish that's realistic for you, for your age, your lifestyle, your shape, your size, where you live, your climate. You might live in sub-zero temperatures. It's not really going to suit your lifestyle to be walking around in floaty fabrics. You're going to need heavy layers. You're going to need to bundle up. So be realistic in your expectations and don't hold yourself to ideals that are not attainable. Number 5, play up your assets. Now, I talk about this so much, but one of the best ways to rock your style is to start by playing up your assets. If you have blue eyes, wear a blue top or a blue scarf or blue earrings to pop your eyes. If you have a great smile, maybe you rock a gorgeous, bold lip. If you have great biceps, maybe you wear a sleeveless dress or take off your jacket more. When you focus on what's great about you and you play it up, that's what people notice. They're like, wow, she's really got it going on. And then watch the compliments fly. Now, this happens with color too. There's one client I worked with months ago, and we sat down and I took her through the entire Style Finder experience. And as we did her color analysis, she had a lot of ahas, and she had been wearing a ton of black, which you know how I feel about black. I love black, but don't ever wear it because you don't know what else to wear. But she had been wearing a ton of black because she didn't know what else to wear. And she had been told actually by another style expert that she needed a ton of black. And when she found that there were other colors that worked for her much better, she shifted. She got rid of a lot of the black. Not all of it. She wears it sparingly, which is great. But she told me, she sent me probably, 3 or 4 different messages. And every time she kept saying, I keep getting so many compliments on my hair, on my skin. People keep telling me, like she said, it's almost embarrassing how many compliments she was getting because she was wearing her new black, which enhanced her hair. She was wearing her best colors, which lit her skin up. And it just was magical. She was like, I love this. And it's really made getting dressed easy. And I really don't even miss the black. She told me that recently, and I was really surprised. But I think what happens is when you learn that black is not your best color and you can find other colors that are, and you see how great they work for you, why would you miss something you've been relying on as a crutch? And so when she could play up her assets, when she could wear her hair color or her eye color or her skin enhancer and wear colors that really lit her up and made her look gorgeous, that's what people noticed. I always say it's never about the clothes. It's about who you become in the clothes. Your clothes are a tool. And when you can use them as such, then you reap the benefits. So let's go back through those 5 steps. Number 1, decide to see yourself as a stylish woman. Number 2, stop comparing yourself to anybody else. Number 3, reframe. If you're in a rut, that's all it is. Don't make it mean something it's not. Number 4, be realistic. Don't set unrealistic expectations for your style that you can never live up to. And number 5, play up your assets and downplay what I call your considerations. Your considerations are those things that, well, maybe they're hard to fit. Maybe you're challenged with them, but there are never any flaws. Now, I want you to remember you are already stylish. Say it with me. I am stylish. I have great style. I am a stylish woman. Remind yourself of that every single day and start to truly see yourself as the stylish woman you are. If I can support you in your style journey, please reach out. Let's set up a call. I would love to chat with you and hear more about your needs, because life is too short to go through it not having the style you truly desire. Ladies, I hope you have a beautiful day. And remember, you are beautiful. I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michelle, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michelle and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.